Now, Good Morning Northwest, getting ready for a blast of winter. How city crews are preparing right now.
The winds continue to blow this morning. Next, it will be the snow coming in, calming winds, and then a change. We're going to talk about those changes and the timing. That's coming up.
And two world leaders taking jabs at each other. President Biden and Poland addressing allies and showing support for Ukraine, while Russian President Vladimir Putin blaming the West for the conflict. You're watching Good Morning Northwest here on 4 News Now. Good morning, and thanks so much for starting your day with us. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Tuesday, February 21st. We know city crews are out there, Mark, and they're getting ready for this winter weather.
All right, got the winds right now, but we do have a first alert weather alert day because of not only the winds, but it's the snow and then the travel issues certainly into the mountains, North Idaho and eastern Washington. A part of that, that's not only today, but again tomorrow because of the blowing and drifting snow. Here are the 4 things that we need to know. Cool and windy start, no doubt about it, so make sure you're prepped not only for this morning's winds, but the cold that's coming in later on today and the snow that's moving in. Those temperatures are going to plummet once the north winds fire up, and it's going to be a cold, windy Wednesday. So the forecast radar, again, holding pretty steady in the fact that we're going to have some light snow around us. About 11 o'clock, we could see it into Spokane, but really it looks like an afternoon issue. We're going to see that roll through. Some areas will see a rain-snow mixed, but then that's going to change all the snow later on with those cold winds out of the north. We have gusty winds into the valley, gusts to 28 miles an hour, sustained winds to 19 in Spokane, and gusts to 34 into Pullman, which has a high wind watch. So we want you to be cautious of this. Over the next 12 hours, not only do we have those winds, but temperatures in the 30s all day. And again, the potential to see that snow coming in at about 11 o'clock, but we'll see more snow all afternoon.
And new from the Breaking Now desk, this morning President Joe Biden is in Poland preparing to deliver a major speech marking the 1-year anniversary of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Today he'll meet with Poland's president before delivering remarks right here in Warsaw, reaffirming America's commitment to Ukraine and condemning Russia. And amid continued Russian attacks against Ukrainians, Biden arrived for a surprise visit in Kyiv yesterday after a secret 10-hour train ride from Poland. He was greeted by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and his wife. Biden's historic trip marks the first time an American president in modern times has visited a war zone where the U.S. has no military presence.
I thought it was critical that there not be any doubt, none whatsoever, about U.S. support for Ukraine in their war against the brutal attack by Russia.
Biden also pledged another $500 million in new military aid to Ukraine. And the White House says to prevent potential conflicts, the U.S. alerted Russian officials about Biden's travel to Ukraine hours before he departed. And tomorrow, Biden is expected to meet with leaders of NATO's eastern flank, including Poland, the Czech Republic, and Romania. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
And Russian President Vladimir Putin doubling down on the war in Ukraine during his State of the Nation speech, seeking to blame the West for the conflict. Putin said, quote, "They are not going to stop. The threat continues every day." Putin also said Russia is suspending its participation in the New START nuclear arms reduction treaty. Under the key nuclear arms control treaty, both U.S. and Russia are permitted to conduct inspections of each other's weapons sites, but inspections have been halted since 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
And according to World Relief here in Spokane, 2,500 Ukrainian refugees now call the Lilac City home. This is Erica Simonenko. She's from Ukraine and was living here before the war started. Now, she's dedicated to helping her fellow Ukrainians searching for a new life away from the terror of war. Seeing the devastation rip through her home country inspired her to help those escaping war. Erica was just 11 years old when she and her family arrived here in America. It was a confusing time for her as a teenager, navigating a new country. About 15 years later, she watched Russia invade Ukraine.
I didn't believe it until Mom called me. She said our house that we had there was bombed, and we were like, okay, so this is real. So it was really shocking, and I had to go home and pray with family that day.
When the war began, Erica went to Germany to help translate for her aunt at the U.S. Embassy. When she came back to Spokane, she knew she couldn't just sit back and watch the horrifying news unfold. So she now dedicates her work to refugees by helping them settle into housing at World Relief.
An update to a story we first brought you last month out of the Palouse. The Whitman County Coroner's Office now says a 19-year-old WSU freshman died by suicide. The office says Luke Tyler had alcohol and a common antidepressant in his system when he was found dead in his dorm on January 22nd. Investigators say Tyler suffered acute intoxication due to the combined effects of alcohol and bupropion, commonly prescribed for people with seasonal affective disorder and to help people stop smoking.
This week, the Supreme Court is set to hear arguments that could reshape online speech and content. Two cases are looking at whether tech platforms and social media companies can be sued for recommending content to their users. Justices will also look at lawsuits concerning the support of international terrorism by hosting terrorist content. A 30-year-old federal law is at the heart of the legal battle. Rulings in these cases are expected by the end of June, most likely. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:06.
All right, things are getting interesting in the passes already.
All right, so Stevens Pass, traction tires are required, nothing over 10,000 pounds there. Snoqualmie Pass, chains required unless you have all-wheel drive, and it is slow going. So those mountain passes are really being hit hard right now. All that snow starting to head towards us. We're going to have a full check of the forecast coming up.
And it is Fat Tuesday this morning. A lot of bakery work going on at Morsel by Rind and Wheat. We're talking all about where you can get your Mardi Gras fix this morning.
And another strong earthquake hits Turkey and Syria. What we're learning about the damage and renewed rescue efforts when Good Morning Northwest continues.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday!
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $12, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
Living in the Inland Northwest has its advantages, and one of those is working with amazing people who dedicate their time and efforts to help others. STCU's Volunteers Count is a program to say thank you for this service and inspire others to give back too. Please tell us about a volunteer at a local nonprofit that inspires you. Go to KXLY.com/volunteerscount and nominate them. Help us showcase those people who give of their time and truly make a difference. Volunteers Count, brought to you by 4 News Now and STCU.
This month, we're turning up the heat at Max Auto Sports. During the I Want to Getaway event, get a sweet deal. Then take your sweetheart to Vegas on us. Choose from the coolest cars from $199 or the toughest trucks from $299. Our lifetime powertrain warranty at no cost with rates from 2.9% and $4,000 over KBB for your trade-in. You can't let this get away. For 6 days only, the I Want to Getaway event at Max Auto Sports on the corner of Lyons and Division.
When you've been seriously injured, choosing the right legal team is the most important decision you'll make. Craig Swap & Associates is a top personal injury law firm for one reason: we win.
If you or a loved one has been seriously injured, our team of winning attorneys is here for you. We'll review your case for free and start working immediately to win the compensation you deserve. Craig Swap & Associates, one call, that's all.
My name is Jennifer, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in November of 2015. Getting a cancer diagnosis is literally like having the rug pulled out from underneath you. When I'm at Summit Cancer Centers, I feel like they're kind of part of my family in a sense. They've always had my best interests in mind, so I'm actually very hopeful for the future. I would recommend Summit Cancer Center.
Papa Murphy's presents How to Change the Way You Pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get the Murphy's Combo Pizza for just $12.99 at papamurphys.com.
Save your green at Jennifer's.
Welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. A new 6.3 magnitude earthquake killed 3 people and injured more than 200 others in parts of Turkey already devastated by that massive quake 2 weeks ago that killed tens of thousands of people.
More buildings collapsed, trapping some people. At least 130 people were injured in neighboring Syria as well. Search and rescue efforts are underway in 3 collapsed buildings where 6 people are believed trapped. The 7.8 magnitude quake that struck the region February 6th killed more than 46,000 1,000 people.
A health clinic is opening today for people in Ohio affected by the toxic train derailment in East Palestine. Reported conditions include sore throats, headaches, and vomiting. This morning, 15,000 pounds of contaminated soil and 1 million gallons of contaminated water have been excavated from the site. Workers are transporting that material to landfills and disposal facilities. The train company, Norfolk Southern, is now handing out money to those affected. People living in certain zip codes could get a $1,000 check for derailment-related expenses.
Some British companies are apparently on board with a 4-day work week. More than 60 companies have been taking part in a test of the shorter week. 18 of them say they will make it permanent, and almost all the rest say they will keep the test going.
All right, good morning, everybody. It is a weather alert day, and the 10-second takeaway. It's windy to start. It's cool. Then we're going to see the snow for the afternoon commute. We want you to be ready as you head out this morning. Warm layers, your winter gear. High today in the 30s.
Dozens of people living at a North Cheney mobile home park are now fighting to save their homes.
A plan is in the work to develop that property, but it would mean everyone living there will have to find a new place to live. Douglas Brunel has been living in this same mobile home for 17 years now. He's retired and on a fixed income. On February 13th at the city's public hearing, he found out he could be kicked out of his home if the city approves a rezoning plan.
I was angry, extremely angry, because my life, very life, is being threatened by the owner of the trailer park, and by the city of Cheney.
The city of Cheney says this redevelopment plan started in October of last year. It was a proposal to rezone the property, possibly to allow multifamily homes or a commercial use building. So far, the city's planning commission has made recommendations to council members who are set to vote next Tuesday to decide whether to give it the final approval. All right, good morning. Northwest time is now 6:12.
1 in 5 people take care of vulnerable adults, and those caregivers need support and a break. How we can help those who are helping others just ahead.
And don't fret because you're not in New Orleans on this Fat Tuesday. How you can have your own Mardi Gras treats right here. Destiny Richards is live with that next.
4 News Now is brought to you by Perfection Tire.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Big Table helps restaurant and hospitality workers in crisis and transition, offering care, coaching, and support.
Too often, the person preparing or serving your food is struggling to put food on their own table. Big Table serves hope through crisis intervention and relational care.
Numerica Credit Union is honored to partner with organizations like Big Table as they help enhance lives, fulfill dreams, and build communities.
Check out more organizations that make our community stronger at numericacu.com.
This February, fall in love with a fun new ride from Findlay Downtown Toyota and treat yourself to great financing plus super trade-in values when you upgrade your vehicle in 2023 from Findlay.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone in concert. Relive the adventure of Harry and his friends as a live symphony orchestra performs John Williams' unforgettable score with the full movie projected on the big screen. Don't miss this magical live concert event of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone in concert.
Tickets on sale now. Get yours at ticketswest.com.
Get pampered, relax, invigorate, and rejuvenate. 7 Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa's new North Spokane location is a full-service salon that specializes in achieving this every day. Guests enjoy a complimentary drink with all services, including hair, nails, spa, microblading, full bridal, and more. Our 10,000 square foot spa, one of the largest in the Northwest, accommodates large groups, and walk-ins are welcome too. 7 Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa, a luxury experience accommodating everyone.
Chihuahua Casino is all about having fun. We have over 300 gaming machines and are always adding new ones. You could win your share of $6,000 cash. And one lucky winner will receive this 2023 Can-Am Commander. Drawings start at 5 p.m. Saturday, February 25th. Chihuahua Casino, we are the place that treats you right. 100% non-smoking, jackpots, food, sports betting, live table games, and fun. Learn more at ChihuahuaCasino.com.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Rooter 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors.
24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
Well, if you didn't know, it is Fat Tuesday, and if you're in the mood for some delicious Mardi Gras food, Morsel is the place to go.
For a few hours today, the bakery will be serving up a little taste of the Big Easy. Destiny Richards is live at Morsel telling us about the Mardi Gras menu.
Yeah, from 11 to 2 today, you can get a little taste of New Orleans right here in the Inland Northwest. We're live with owner and chef Ricky Webster of Morsel by Rind and Wheat. You guys have a little fun Mardi Gras menu today. Tell us about it.
We do. Good morning, Destiny. Yeah, we're excited. We're going all out today for Mardi Gras. We love Mardi Gras, the energy, the vibe. It's one of my favorite cities in the U.S. I've been there many times and worked there a little bit. And so we wanted to bring a little bit of that here. So we're doing gumbo, which is on the stove starting right now, just to get all those flavors infused and nice and rich. We're doing beignets, classic New Orleans style, not filled with anything, just heaps of powdered sugar on top. Cafe du Monde roast coffee, and which is a chicory roast, nice dark, big roast. And then with that, we'll make some cafe au laits as well. And then we have pecan pralines. So we just got it all out, and we're going to be hopefully blasting some music in here, just some nice jazz and New Orleans jazz style, and just have a good time. We wanted to, it's going to snow today a little bit maybe, and it's come on out, just grab something. It's to go only. Take it with you, eat in your car, eat it on the road, eat it with friends, eat it back at the office, and just have a good time.
Yeah, I can't stop thinking about the gumbo. That is perfect snow day food to take with you and just get cozy. And you just got here, you're already working and getting stuff ready. So coming up a little bit later, we are going to show you a little of the prep, talk about the food that's going to be served today. Again, only from 11 a.m. to 2. Reporting live at Morsel by Rind and Wheat, Destiny Richards, 4 News Now.
Well, there are millions of caregivers in the U.S., and research suggests that number has skyrocketed over the years.
Their role is 24/7. They often receive very little break.
A report shows nearly 1 in 5 people in the U.S. is providing unpaid care to an adult with health or functional needs. 23% of caregivers report finding it difficult to care for their own health and finances. Nearly half have said they have suffered at least one financial impact because of caring for another.
Cases of dementia caregiving, the journey can be especially long, and with that can come increased chronic stress and greater responsibility.
A psychologist with the Cleveland Clinic says we can support caregivers by talking to them about their needs and offering help if possible. It's crucial for caregivers to remember to take time for themselves. Small changes can make a big difference in a caregiver's life.
Excuse me. Families who fly on United Airlines together will now have better options to sit together. The airline has announced a change in how it will seat passengers. Kids 12 and under can now sit next to an adult accompanying them without incurring an extra fee. If seats together aren't available because of full flights or last-minute bookings, passengers can switch to another flight for free.
Yesterday was the sneezing.
I know. Now it's the coughing. I almost had to have you take over on that one.
I was ready. Here is your live look this morning. Sunset, or rather sunrise. I don't want to talk about sunset. Sunrise is less than half an hour away. But whew, it's blowing in, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. We've got the winds in excess 20 miles an hour. That's part of why we've called this a weather alert day, not only today, but again tomorrow. This weather inclement and can be dangerous at times, certainly in the higher elevations. The winds, the snow, and then the travel. Already we see, again, travel restrictions over the passes as you head west. North Idaho and eastern Washington are really going to get some snow, certainly into the mountains, and that's going to be today and tomorrow. So where is it all coming from? We look at the forecast in the jet stream that's to the south. The colder air to the north is going to be sliding in along with some wet weather. We're going to see that culminate in 1 to 3 inches of snow for Spokane, more for the mountains, and it's going to continue into the south, into California, Oregon, and in parts of central Idaho. But it is up here that we see that transition, and that warmer air will come across us next week, also bringing in more winds in the transition. So we're going to be in the 30s. The snow's moving in. We see it around the region. We've got those winds 20 to 30 miles an hour. We'll see winds going 20 to 30 miles an hour overnight. The issue is it'll be out of the north. So we got south winds now, north winds coming up, going to be much colder, and then we start talking about wind chills. So take a look at the overnight temperatures. So for tomorrow morning, 13. Now we're into the single digits, and then we start coming back up again. Now add to this those winds 15, 20 miles an hour, sub-zero wind chills expected for Thursday morning and Friday morning. We want you to be aware of that. So that winter gear that we're telling you about today, you will definitely need it Wednesday and Thursday. We're going to see a continuation of gusty winds. We've got Doppler radar. Yeah, it's busy. Into the Newport area, light snow starting to fill in, starting to come in. Rathdrum's picking up some light snow, but not here, not yet. It will be moving in, and we're going to see 1 to 3 inches of snow coming in, but look at Idaho, anywhere from 4 to 6 inches of snow expected for the mountains. And already, I mean, Lookout Pass already picked up 4 inches from yesterday. So the 4-day forecast has that snow inbound for us, and then done by after dinner, the winds fire up out of the north. Now we have blowing and drifting snow for tonight and tomorrow. It'll be colder tomorrow, 22. With that wind chill, the winds and blowing and drifting snow, another weather alert day. On Thursday, 18 for the high, 25 Friday, and then we're back to near normal with a chance of about a 40 to 50% chance of light snow Sunday into Monday. But certainly for the next 3 to 4 days, it is going to be a winter hit. And certainly this afternoon, this evening, that commute with that fresh snow allow for extra time. Those layers for the kids walking to school, you know, waiting on a bus.
Got to remember how to drive in snow again.
There we go, at least for a while.
All right. Mark, thank you. Good morning, Northwest. Time is 6:21. The Eastern men have the nation's longest winning streak at 17 games, but still not enough to get them into the top 25 this week.
The Gonzaga men and women both moved up in this week's rankings. We'll tell you how far and what's next for the Zags after the break in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
With our huge expansion, Lookout Pass has doubled with 500 acres of new terrain, including 14 new intermediate and advanced trails, plus a second quad lift. Our terrain is twice as big and twice as fun. This is the year to ski Lookout Pass. We still have the best powder. We're still the most affordable with adult tickets as low as $52. And we're still the most fun with friends and family. Make the easy right off the interstate drive to Lookout Pass. Visit skilookout.com for more.
I'm Jonah, and I'd like to welcome you to the brand new Coeur d'Alene Nissan. You'll find the grand dealership lobby open, comfortable, and relaxing. A service center with state-of-the-art equipment committed to getting you quickly and safely back on the road. There's much more to experience. I'm inviting you to stop in and see us. We're just off Highway 95 in Coeur d'Alene.
Home. It's both a place and a feeling. At yours, you strive to make new memories, create traditions, share stories, find the fun, embrace the surprises, and celebrate moments big and small. Memories are made at home, in every room, in every moment. Make your house feel like home at the Tin Roof.
Well, looks like our surgery patient is feeling better today.
Yep, I didn't need any oxy today. I thought I'd do a little surgery on the drain.
Huh. Do you need your pain pills anymore?
No.
Well, we should get them out of the house. There are places to drop them off.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I can do that right now.
And I will look at the drain.
Prevent opioid misuse. Find safe medication return options near you at med-project.org.
This is the show you've been waiting for, the 45th Annual Spokane Home and Yard Show, this Thursday through Sunday at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. See all of the latest home improvement products and services and get expert advice from the pros for your spring projects. Admission only $8. Tickets on sale now at custershows.com. Thursday is 2 for 1 day. 2 adult admissions for the price of 1 on Thursday only. Spokane's 45th Annual Home and Yard Show, presented by Jim Custer Enterprises.
We have just 1 week left in the month of February, and then March is here, which means plenty of college basketball programs in our area making one last push to win their conferences and get into the big dance. The Gonzaga Bulldogs men continue their rise in the latest Associated Press Top 25 poll. Bulldogs coming in at number 12, up one spot from last week thanks to their dominant win against Loyola Marymount on Thursday night, and then an escape against Pepperdine on Saturday evening. The team only has 3 games left in the regular season, but the good news is they can certainly bolster their resume if they can beat St. Mary's this upcoming weekend. And the Gonzaga women also up in the latest AP poll to the number 18 in the country, which is 2 spots better than last week. They're coming off a big weekend, which saw them sweep Pacific and St. Mary's for the final home games of the season. Now, with those wins, the Bulldogs also finished the year with a perfect 15-0 record at home, and they've only lost 1 conference game. ESPN currently has the Zags as a 7 seed and headed to Salt Lake City for the first 2 rounds of the tournament. And over in Cheney, the Eastern Washington men were once again left out of the top 25 voting, despite owning the nation's longest winning streak at 17 games. The Eagles also clinched a share of the Big Sky regular season championship on Saturday afternoon with their 89-77 win against Northern Colorado. And this team has certainly come a long way after being projected to finish 5th in the Big Sky by both the coaches and the media. And they started the season with a 2-5 record. Next up for them is a matchup against Weber State down in Utah on Thursday evening.
Yeah, looks like they had a rocking crowd out at Reese Court this weekend.
They deserve.
Yeah.
It is now 6:26.
All right, before we hit another break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America, starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, looking back and celebrating this moment 10 years ago.
I have been waiting 174 days to say this. Good morning, America.
In June 2012, when Robin first announced her condition, myelodysplastic syndrome, or MDS.
It is a rare blood disorder that affects the bone marrow.
She was fortunate to have the perfect match, her sister, Sally Ann.
She is going to be my donor.
In the years that followed, sharing her story in hopes of helping others through their own journeys. Now celebrating 10 years of bringing donors and recipients face to face.
Thank you for saving my life.
And coming up at 7 a.m., our One Match Second Chance event kicks off as people join the Be the Match registry on college campuses from coast to coast. With your GMA First Look, I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
Sometimes the lows of bipolar depression feel darkest before dawn. With Caplyta, there's a chance to let the light shine through and light tomorrow with the hope from today. This is a chance to let in the light. Caplyta is a once-daily pill that is proven to deliver significant relief across bipolar depression. Unlike some medicines that only treat bipolar 1, Caplyta treats both bipolar 1 and bipolar 2 depression. And in clinical trials, movement disorders and weight gain were not common.
Call your doctor about sudden mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants may increase these risks in young adults. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Report fever, confusion, stiff, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be life-threatening or permanent. These aren't all the serious side effects.
In the darkness of bipolar 1 and 2 depression, Caplyta can help you let in the light. Ask your doctor about Caplyta today. Find savings and support at Caplyta.com.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
My grandfather, Doug Parker, started Parker almost 40 years ago. It's a really, really special place to work, and the people are what make it that way.
Everybody's on the same page as far as what our goal is, and our goal is to take care of people.
No matter what the situation is, if it's with a customer or an employee, Parker is always going to do the right thing and put the customer or employee first.
We're going to continue to take care of our employees, to in turn take care of our customers, and continue to be involved in the community at the highest level that we can.
Right now, it's the Subaru Share the Love event. Visit Parker Subaru in Coeur d'Alene.
From the beautiful craftsmanship of cabinets to the stylish looks of granite, quartz, and marble countertops, Northwest Granite has the staff and selection to help you transform your home, office, or cabin into the place of your dreams. Northwest Granite.
My name is Jennifer, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in November of 2015. Getting a cancer diagnosis is literally like having the rug pulled out from underneath you. When I'm at Summit Cancer Centers, I feel like they're kind of part of my family in a sense. They've always had my best interests in mind, so I'm actually very hopeful for the future. I would recommend Summit Cancer Center.
Choosing the right legal team is the most important decision you'll make. Craig Swap & Associates is a top personal injury law firm for one reason: we win.
Craig Swap & Associates, one call, that's all.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now story tracker with the stories that are on people's minds this morning.
Yeah, today's Fat Tuesday, and in New Orleans, it's the 30th anniversary of the Crew of Orpheus Parade, so they're doing it up big. The crowd was warmed up by the band The Party Crashers and celebrity monarchs Joey Fatone of NSYNC and Darren Criss of the TV show Glee were in the room as everyone waited for the arrival of the 38 floats to parade through the convention center and the Orpheuscapade Ball. The most anticipated float is the Smoking Mary, which is one of the longest in all of Carnival.
And snow is coming across Washington. It's already been falling on Stevens and Snoqualmie Pass, where traction tires and chains are required. Several skiers and snowboarders enjoyed the new snowfall yesterday. Today, though, the Northwest Avalanche Center is warning moderate to high danger across the backcountry, warning folks to play it safe. The DOT is planning to shut down a portion of Highway 2 this morning, starting at around 8 o'clock for avalanche control. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Tuesday, February the 21st. Mark Peterson has that first alert forecast. And Mark, we're not expecting as much snow as you said last week, but still a pretty good amount.
Yeah, we're going to see 1 to 3 inches in Spokane, but more so a lot into the mountains of Idaho. We've already had over a foot of snow into the Cascades, 4 inches as you cross over Lookout so far. 34 degrees right now, but winds to 19 miles an hour. It's a little chilly, makes it feel like it's about 23. In our first alert day today and tomorrow, it's going to be North Idaho and Eastern Washington. So if you're going to be traveling in that area and certainly into the higher elevations, more winds, more snow, and travel will be impacted in a great way, not only tonight, but tomorrow morning into the mountains. 4 things you need to know. It's going to be cool and a windy start. We're there. The snow is moving in. It's surrounding us right now, but it hasn't hit Spokane. It's light snow so far, but we'll see that add up. Temperatures are going to plummet tonight as the north winds come in, and we're going to see a cold and windy Wednesday start. So that forecast radar, yeah, we've got that snow surrounding us. We're going to see it move in. 10, 11 o'clock, we'll start to see those flakes come in. Heavier amounts, but again, 1 to 3 inches for us. It'll be 4 to 6 as you get further on I-90 into Idaho, more so into northeastern Washington and into the extreme areas of North Idaho into the Canadian line. Gusty winds, Spokane Valley, gusts to 28, gusts to 34 into Pullman that has, again, a high wind warning in effect until 10 o'clock this morning. Over the next 12 hours, really, that light snow coming in maybe around 11. We're going to see it pick up the pace. Temperatures are going to be in the 30s all day, but we're going to see that snow and the winds die down, the snow pick up, and then later on tonight, those north winds kick in and temperatures will plummet.
And at the Breaking Now desk, 2 cases that could reshape online speech and content are going before the Supreme Court today. The justices could upend protections that have long shielded internet companies from liability. This morning, the killing of American college student Naomi Gonzalez in the 2015 ISIS terror attacks in Paris is a case before the Supreme Court. Her parents claim that YouTube's algorithms highlighted ISIS-produced materials and further radicalized the extremists that killed their daughter. Oral arguments for this case today will center on Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act of 1996, which says internet companies can't be sued over third-party content uploaded by users. But some legal experts say social media platforms are responsible for their content.
They get to decide what to carry, they get to decide what not to carry, and they get to decide how to design their algorithms to amplify certain types of content.
Another case being heard by the High Court today is the case of Anthony Novak. He was arrested in 2016 in Ohio after making a phony police Facebook page with fake announcements. He says it was obviously a joke, but local police charged him with disruption of law enforcement operations. A jury found him not guilty, but Novak wants the Supreme Court to grant him the right to sue police for violating his civil rights.
Raided my house, they took my electronics, they arrested me, my image was blasted all over the news, and I didn't do anything wrong. So I don't want them to think that's okay, because I kind of think they do.
We'll be closely following these cases, which could have big implications. One, potentially making social media platforms more liable for their content, and the other one could draw the line between parody and public safety. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
All right, Sydney, thank you. Prosecutors in New Mexico have downgraded the manslaughter charges against actor Alec Baldwin in the Rust movie set shooting. The move reduces the amount of prison time that Baldwin could face if convicted in the killing of cinematographer Helena Hutchins. Prosecutors have also dropped a firearm enhancement charge to, quote, avoid further litigious distractions by Mr. Baldwin and his attorneys. Dropping the enhancement could take a minimum of 5 years off of Baldwin's sentence if he's found guilty. The same charge was dropped for Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, the film's weapons master.
A new poll shows that many parents give fever-reducing medication to their kids too soon or when it's not needed. Researchers found that 1 in 3 parents give their kids the medicine for a low-grade fever, which is below 100 degrees. Pediatricians are warning against using fever reducers in this way because they say the medicine hides the true problem, the cause of the fever. The poll also says about 26% of parents will even give a second dose of the medicine to prevent a fever. Pediatricians say you should avoid doing that.
All right, Good Morning Northwest time is creeping up on 6:36 here.
Mark is back, and we're talking about all the stuff happening with this winter weather advisory.
High wind warning in the Palouse till 10 o'clock. Winter storm warning for North Idaho until tonight into tomorrow. We're going to see a continuation of a wind advisory for us till 10, and it is blustery outside right now, but we remain dry in Spokane for now. Your forecast is coming up.
And we're live at Morsel by Ryan and Weed talking about Mardi Gras food. We'll talk about the desserts that you can try today and the delicious gumbo that's on the stove being served for a limited time today.
And right after the break, a couple of consumer alerts to tell you about, including one for Frappuccino fans. What could be inside these bottles? Next.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
This is about more than just tractors. These are people's lives we're talking about here.
When I'm on my Kubota, everything goes away. It's my therapy.
Okay, guys, we need to get this part ordered for Rick's tractor immediately.
Heck, they don't treat people as customers. They treat people like family.
Wow, you guys really are taking the Zags Win You Win promotion seriously.
Oh, yes, ma'am. If the Gonzaga Bulldogs win the 2023 National Championship, Bill's Heating is going to be refunding up to $6,000 of people's eligible equipment purchases, including yours.
Well, I hope you win.
Yeah, we got this.
The icy winds of winter are here. Don't get left out in the cold without a reliable vehicle. Brave the elements with the lifted truck, diesel truck, or go anywhere SUV from Northwest Motorsport. Whether you're heading up to the slopes or just traveling through a mountain pass, you need a vehicle that can handle the icy conditions. Don't spin out and go for an unplanned off-road adventure into the ditch. Stay in control with trucks, and more trucks from Northwest Motorsport.
Hey, have you seen this TikTok family pairing thing?
Yeah, it's a bunch of settings we can customize.
So
Shauna's parents will be like, okay, so I'm thinking 40 minutes of screen time a day. And Shauna's all like, what? I think 60 is fair. Or you know how Ricky posts those sick solos? Well, his dad's like, these are sick, but they're only sick for you and your friends. Or you could be like, I'm extending your screen time, son, and your curfew.
I don't sound like that. Do I sound like that?
Welcome back. Mardi Gras is already in full swing in New Orleans, but here in the Inland Northwest, you can join in on the delicious fun.
A Morsel on South Cali Street will be serving beignets, gumbo, and other foods for a limited time on this Fat Tuesday. Destiny Richards is live with what's cooking this morning at the bakery.
Yeah, there will be slices of king cake here this morning. We've got some pecan pralines here. Chicory coffee will be brewing this morning, but I wish you could smell this kitchen right now. We've got gumbo on the stove with Chef Ricky. Tell us a little bit about this gumbo here. It's an andouille, chicken andouille gumbo.
Pretty classic gumbo. Very New Orleans. It's got andouille sausage, which was a little tough to find in this area. I wanted something like super authentic-y New Orleans, right? And then just that pulled chicken, lots of great mirepoix, which is bell peppers, onions, and celery. And then that just cooks down. You get that roux nice and dark, and it cooks down for a couple hours here, and then we'll be ready at 11 to serve it.
All right, nice. And kind of what's the best part about preparing this really fun menu food?
I mean, New Orleans to me is just all about the hospitality. It's about the vibe and the energy and the city itself. And this just, like, preparing this just makes me feel like I'm in a kitchen there. I want to serve people, take care of people. And so when you come in here and you get a bowl of this, it just makes me feel like we're partying, we're there all together and having a great time. Let the good times roll.
Yes, absolutely. Well, again, 11 a.m. to 2 is when you can try the food that's on the Mardi Gras menu. Going to be a delicious day. Make sure you come on down and take some to go so you can cozy up at home and enjoy it. I'll send back to you guys.
Fresh beignets and coffee. Hi there. All right, let's take a look at the 10-second takeaway. Windy and cool to start. We're going to get the snow and then the winds from the north after that. So warm layers as you head out today. Your winter gear, get ready for it. Temps in the 30s all day.
We have a consumer alert for bottled Starbucks drinks to tell you about. More than 300,000 Starbucks vanilla Frappuccino bottles are being recalled because they might contain glass. The recalled drinks have the expiration dates of March 8th, May 29th, June 4th, and June 10th. Distributor PepsiCo has issued the warnings to both retailers and consumers.
There's also a consumer alert for a popular brand of baby formula. The voluntary recall affects 2 batches of its Enfamil Pro Sobe formula, which some know better as their plant-based lactose-free formula, saying that bacteria may have contaminated 145,000 cans. The company says so far there is no evidence the bacteria made its way into the formula and no reports of any babies getting sick. Good morning, Northwest time is now 6:42. Winter weather is back. Mark tells us how much snow we can expect right after the break.
Also after the break, it's not just an eyesore. What neighbors in the South Perry district say happens here when the sun goes down and why they want police to take action next.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Do you have concrete floors that look like this? Let Everhart Painting Floor Coating Specialists transform your floors with their multi-step coating system. The finished product is spectacular, aids in the safety of your space, and much more. Call Everhart Painting today to schedule a free estimate. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
Pure Filtration Products is your Inland Northwest indoor air quality specialist. With a 12,000 square foot warehouse of filters, you are sure to find what you need for your commercial, industrial, or manufacturing needs.
I recommend working with PFP because they have the product that I need.
PFP's high quality products can assist in eliminating airborne contaminants. PFP can size UV light to your system to disinfect the air to keep it clean and safe.
I recommend PFP because of their service, the quality of their product, and I'll keep coming back.
Call or come in and talk to one of our certified air filtration specialists.
Right now, lease a 2022 GMC Sierra for $495 a month, and GE will include a $500 rebate and a $1,500 lease loyalty rebate for qualified buyers. The Sierra features a 310 horsepower high-output engine and 8-speed automatic transmission, best-in-class crew cab, stylish 20-inch wheels, and much more. Come see the selection of new Sierras just off I-90 at George G. Buick GMC, the top volume GMC Buick dealer in Washington State.
Here we grow again. Even more fun is headed to Spokane Tribe Casino. You love Caesar Sportsbook, the grill and bar, and larger variety of games we recently added. Gear up for a new food court, a completely smoke-free gaming area, a state-of-the-art entertainment venue, and more. Things just keep getting better. This February, you could win $5,000 cash or a trip to the last 4 games of the college basketball tournament in Houston, Texas. Only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
At Perfection Tire, we meet a lot of customers who love their Toyo tires.
Made in the USA, Toyo tires are smooth and quiet in the summer and able to tackle our Northwest winters.
At Perfection Tire, expect low pricing, easy credit, and great warranties. Make Perfection your destination for Toyo tires.
Top quality Toyo tires at Perfection Tire, because nobody beats perfection.
Do you have concrete floors that look like this? Let Everhart Painting Floor Coating Specialists transform your floors with their multi-step coating system. The finished product is spectacular, aids in the safety of your space, and much more. Call Everhart Painting today to schedule a free estimate. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
4 News Now is brought to you by Ironstone Furniture and Fire.
Welcome back. We've covered several nuisance properties, in the Spokane area. Now, sometimes police gather enough statements and reports from surrounding neighbors that they're able to file a lawsuit in Superior Court to abate the nuisance. One spot in the South Perry District has neighbors asking a lot of questions these days. This area is right next door to the Southside Church of Christ property, just off of Newark Avenue. And as you can see in this video, there's a whole lot of trash and junk that's just piling up in the yard there. Neighbors tell 4 News Now it's an eyesore, but they're more concerned about the commotion that begins after the sun goes down. They tell us this has been going on for about 2 years. Neighbors say the people on the property hold church on Sundays and only a handful of people show up. But when the sun goes down, the spotlights are turned on and there's a lot of commotion there. A commercial-sized dumpster on this property is filled to the brim.
They took some stuff out of our car last winter, all my tools. Easily a couple $1,000 worth of tools. And we have them on our video doorbell, walking right over there.
Spokane Police confirms there was a chronic nuisance notice issued in 2020. They tell us they need a paper trail to continue to pursue this as a nuisance property. And while there are some people who are comfortable giving anonymous statements and complaints, those won't help in this case. If you're having any issues in your own area, your best course of action is to report it to Crime Check.
Here is a live look. Oh, I hope that's work actually being done. It's not the wind blowing that great.
I just had that same thought as well.
Oh, they're up early and working. The sun is up. Well, I mean, technically, what now?
Yeah.
Right now, sun rising now?
Yeah, sunrise now.
Now.
Right now. Right about. How about now?
It's official.
It's official. Here's official. It is, again, a weather alert day because of what we have going on. The winds, the snow that's inbound, the snow currently falling north and to the east of us, and then, of course, the travel. Spokane and Coeur d'Alene is where, when, today, and tomorrow because of the very cold conditions and blowing, drifting snow. The snow's moving in, not here yet. Winds 20, 30 miles an hour. We've been living it all morning. 13 for the overnight low. Now tonight, the wind shift from the south to the north. That's a colder air mass, and now we're going to have a wind chill, blowing and drifting snow, and that's going to be in the higher elevation. So those winds to 19 in Spokane, West Plains, gusting to 28 in the valley, gusts to 34 in Pullman, again with a high wind warning until 10 a.m. this morning. We look at those wind speeds that we're expecting today, in the 20s, but look what happens. This afternoon, they die down. This is when we see the body of snow and then the change in the winds from the south to the north. There's a little bit of a neutral zone there, and then it starts coming in. Doppler radar, we've had light snow continuing to fall into areas of Newport. Deer Park just starting to see it. Rathdrum seeing it. Coeur d'Alene's going to see more than we will. They're looking at the potential for 4 to 6 inches. So we look at the forecast for the snow, and again, it's going to take us through the day. Coeur d'Alene seeing potentially 5 inches. We're going to see 1 to 3 inches. It's going to be more as you head east on I-90 crossing Lookout. And we've already had a foot of snow over Snoqualmie Pass. And they've had, 8 inches since midnight. So if you're traveling there, you are going to see that chains are required. You've got to be prepared for winter driving. Holding off a day would be your best bet. Now, tomorrow it's another weather alert day because of not only the windy and blowing and drifting snow, high of 22, but those winds carrying over single digits. And then we're going to be in the teens Thursday, warming up into the mid-20s Friday, but our overnight lows start to warm up as well as you get into the weekend with some light snow and temperatures near normal Sunday and Monday. So we got to get through the next 3-4 days, and then things are going to get better. Talking about getting better, the Spokane Hope Center on East Sprague with the 4 News Now Extreme team. FMI loaned us the tractor. We're working on a parking area for them, but inside, Baker Construction did the framing. Mountain States Electric has done the electrical, replacing all the lights in the entire place with high-efficiency LED through an Avista program, and then specialty insulation in 2 hours. Bing, bang, boom, done. And then DSI Construction came in with sheetrock and got it all sheetrocked yesterday in a couple of hours. Now they're going to be working on taping and mudding it today. And then Rada paint will be delivered on Thursday afternoon, I believe is the timing. And then we'll start painting to get ready for what? The real extreme team next week.
Do you need volunteers, or are you guys good?
Right now, we're looking pretty good because Horizon Credit Union brings in, not a busload, but a busload. And so I think we've got everything under control. And that means it's not.
It'll all work out.
I can't wait to see the project. More on the project. It is now 10 minutes before the hour. Your morning sprint's coming up.
All right, don't go away.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Everhart Painting.
Click It RV Northside Superstore has gone mad with huge discounts on a huge selection of top brand RVs, which means the lowest prices, factory incentives, and rebates.
You guys gotta beat the spring rush and get in here now.
Shop online and find the floor plan you like, then build it, price it, and click it. Or come to our huge selection, from travel trailers to fifth wheels, toy haulers to motorhomes. The huge indoor-outdoor RV show is here. Get a better RV and the lowest price guarantee only at Click It RV and ClickItRV.com.
Be a winner like me and get the Click It RV.
Spokane and North Idaho's country leader.
It goes like one margarita. Bluebird in my heart. Baby, you're playing hard to forget.
The big 99.9 Coyote Country.
Get pampered, relax, invigorate, and rejuvenate. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa's new North Spokane location is a full-service salon that specializes in achieving this every day. Guests enjoy a complimentary drink with all services, including hair, nails, spa, microblading, full bridal, and more. Our 10,000 square foot spa, one of the largest in the Northwest, accommodates large groups, and walk-ins are welcome too. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa, a luxury experience accommodating everyone.
Chihuahua Casino is all about having fun. We have over 300 gaming machines and are always adding new ones. You could win your share of $6,000 cash. And one lucky winner will receive this 2023 Can-Am Commander. Drawings start at 5 p.m. Saturday, February 25th. Chihuahua Casino, we are the place that treats you right. 100% non-smoking, jackpots, food, sports betting, live table games, and fun. Learn more at ChihuahuaCasino.com.
Spokane Hope Center for children born deaf and hard of hearing. They've got the kids. They don't have the room. We're expanding their theater of operations, refreshing offices, and it's all going to happen at the end of the month. The 4 News Now Extreme team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Feel more connected to every fleeting moment. The Mazda CX-30 with available turbo engine. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. More power for your pursuit.
Embrace every unexpected turn in the all-wheel drive Mazda CX-30. We have over 60 Mazdas in stock now at Foothills Mazda. Take yours home today or visit SpokaneMazda.com.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning spread is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
All right, it is 6:53. Let's get you ready to take on your Tuesday here in the morning sprint.
Sydney Charles telling us about a speech President Biden is set to give in Poland today.
We're expecting snow later today. That means we'll see plows back on our streets. Destiny Richards is live with what we can expect from the city and the DOT.
But first, today is a weather alert day. Let's get right to Mark telling us about snow, wind, and cold temps.
Boy, all of that. Again, on this alert day, it's going to be for today and tomorrow. Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and the surrounding areas, certainly into the mountains. And it's the winds, the snow, and those who are going to try traveling into those mountains. At Forecast Radar has this arriving about 11 a.m., hanging out 1 to 3 inches Spokane, but more into Idaho and northeastern Washington. If you're heading north on Highway 2 or 395, you will see snow. So we will see that snow moving in. Temperatures in the 30s and the gusty winds calming down this afternoon, and the winds shift direction.
No snow affecting your morning commute right now, but that is coming later. It can make for a very messy afternoon, evening commute, so you want to be prepared. The City of Spokane and Washington Department of Transportation says when those first flakes start falling, they'll be pre-treating and sanding the roads. Since there are plenty of incidents where plows were being hit, they ask that you take it slow, give them plenty of space. With more people on the roads, there's definitely going to be more traffic as they're trying to clear the roadways, so be careful and take your time today.
An update to a story
All right, snow is coming across Washington. It's already been falling on Stevens and Snoqualmie Pass, where traction tires and chains are required. Several skiers and snowboarders enjoyed the new snowfall yesterday. Today, though, the Northwest Avalanche Center warning that moderate to high danger across the backcountry, warning Washingtonians to play it safe. DOT is planning to shut down a portion of Highway 2 this morning at around 8 a.m. for avalanche control.
Now an update to a story we first brought you last month from the Palouse. The Whitman County Coroner's Office now says a 19-year-old WSU freshman died by suicide. The office says Luke Tyler had alcohol and common antidepressants in his system when he was found dead in his dorm January 22nd. Investigators say Tyler suffered acute intoxication due to the combined effects of alcohol and bupropion, commonly prescribed for people with seasonal affective disorder and to help people stop smoking.
This house in Auburn, Washington has been the site of not one but 2 homicides happening within 3 months of each other. Deputies got a call about a fight and a shooting. When they arrived, they found 1 man dead and a 2nd man hurt. In November, they got a similar call about an explosion. Detectives believe that victim was killed there and someone set the house on fire to destroy evidence.
In just a few hours, President Joe Biden will deliver a speech in Poland, marking the 1-year anniversary of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. He'll deliver remarks reaffirming America's commitment to Ukraine and condemning Russia. And amid Russia's attacks on Ukraine, Biden arrived for a surprise visit in Kyiv yesterday. He was greeted by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and his wife. Biden's historic trip marks the first time an American president in modern times has visited a war zone where the U.S. has no military presence. The latest on President Biden's high-stakes trip to Europe to mark 1 year since Russia invaded Ukraine is coming up next on Good Morning America.
Russian President Vladimir Putin doubled down on the war in Ukraine during his State of the Nation speech, seeking to blame the West for the conflict. Putin said, quote, "They are not going to stop. The threat continues every day." Putin also said Russia is suspending its participation in the new START nuclear arms reduction treaty.
This week, the Supreme Court is set to hear arguments that could reshape online speech and content. 2 cases are looking at whether tech platforms and social media companies can be sued for recommending content to their users. Justices will also look at lawsuits concerning the support of international terrorism by hosting terrorist content. Rulings in these cases are expected by the end of June.
A new 6.3 magnitude earthquake killed 3 people and injured more than 200 others in parts of Turkey already devastated by the 7.8 magnitude quake 2 weeks ago that killed more than 46,000 people. At least 130 people were injured in neighboring Syria as well. Search and rescue efforts are underway in 3 collapsed buildings where 6 people are believed trapped.
A health clinic is opening today for people in Ohio affected by the toxic train derailment in East Palestine. Reported conditions include sore throats, headaches, and vomiting. This morning, 15,000 pounds of contaminated soil and 1 million gallons of contaminated water have been excavated from that site. All right, we're back with the final check of the weather with Mark Peterson on a day we're expecting snow next.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
For over 6 decades, first as the Spokane Guild School, now as Joya, we have been providing care that is second to none. Now we have a building to match. Joya, every child is limitless.
My name is Jennifer, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in November of 2015. Getting a cancer diagnosis is literally like having the rug pulled out from underneath you. When I'm at Summit Cancer Centers, I feel like they're kind of part of my family in a sense. They've always had my best interests in mind, so I'm actually very hopeful for the future. I would recommend Summit Cancer Center.
Good morning, everybody. We do have, again, a dry sky, cloudy conditions, and windy conditions as well. Winds in excess of 20 miles an hour. We do have a weather alert day today and tomorrow for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene due to the winds, the snow, and the travel issues. So over the next 12 hours, we're going to see that snow coming in about 11 a.m. We're going to have temperatures in the 30s. The winds are going to die down around noon. We're going to see them fire back up later on today out of the north, bringing very cold air in. But the light snows 1 to 3 inches for Spokane. Coeur d'Alene will see more. And we're going to see that throughout the day. So make your plans if you're going to be traveling towards Colville, Sandpoint, just about anywhere in the mountains.
Oh, it's going to be interesting.
All right. Thanks for being with us this morning. We'll have updates throughout